We need to understand the power of thought. When we think about a lemon, think about it right now. Think with me. Grab a lemon, cut it, and squeeze it in your mouth. That saliva that you produce, that is the miracle of the neurochemicals that you produce with every thought. One of the hardest things that for us to do is to kick ourselves out of something that really impacts us emotionally. Life does not end at 60, 70, or 80. There are so many people out there that are living it to the fullest. People that get into a van life or they get into a sport. I was looking at this lady that she's 80 and she's going through the world just doing ping pong competitions, and she started at 70. There is a ball like 90-year-olds bodybuilder, like Iron Man. Iron Man was won by an 80-year-old lady. She got to the end line exhausted. She could hardly stand up, but she did it. And she did not get there by thinking that she couldn't. What we think is powerful because it makes us feel a certain way, and feelings impact the decisions we make. If we procure our environment, if we make it a pleasant environment, surrounded by the things that we look at and make us smile, if we can be present and grateful for everything that it is right now and visualize a life that is full of awesome things to look forward, trust me, that mindset is going to produce a lot of good stuff in your mind and your body that is going to help you achieve your goals. So once you find what makes you click, but what is more important, what stops you, those red flags that will sabotage your progress, that is the very first time. That is the most important steps toward achieving any goals. So we want goals. We want to make goals that are smart, specific. You have to write a notebook, a journal, and you need to start writing down what is that you want for yourself from now. And you set a timeline because they need to be specific, measurable, achievable. They need to be relevant to your life, to situation, your economy, and everything else. And time-based. What that means is that you're going to say, okay, this is my 3-year-old goal. After you decide your goal, you are going to define very clearly the results that you are after. Once you know the results that you are after, like what you want, you need, it's imperative that you understand the force behind them. Why are you doing that? Are you doing that because of you or because you want to be perceived in a certain way? Be careful not to do anything for anybody. Make sure that what you do, because if it depends on somebody else's approval, like, go on kind of situation, it's not in your power to control the outcome because it's always depending on somebody else. So they're called intrinsic or extrinsic goals. Make sure that the goal satisfied your personal need and depend on you and only you to feel good about it. We're going to discuss one of these steps in each video. But so once you have your goal, the purpose behind the goal, the 80% of the success of you achieving your goal is in the reasons why. Why do you want to lose weight, become healthier, become a bodybuilder, start a YouTube channel? What is that you want to do? The whys, the reasons are the most important part of setting a goal. Then you wonder, okay, how do I achieve it? And here is when mapping comes. You have to make a map. How do you get from A to X? It's gotta be clear. And it's gotta define exactly how you're going to achieve that goal. It depends on the goal, of course, that you are going to choose. Then we are gonna implement some image contrasting, mental contrasting, which is nobody is more expert on yourself than you. You are an expert on yourself, right? So nobody can tell you what, who, when, what, how. It's you. You know how. You know what stops you from doing these things. You could do if you choose to do different things. So that step is as important as setting up your mind for success. You need to be prepared for your mindset when the failure comes around, when those roadblocks, maybe it could be a stressful situation that is gonna make you go like, screw this. It's the simplest moment in which your brain, which I discussed in a different video, convince you that it's not worth it. We have that voice constantly talking to us out of the things we know we need to do in order to feel better. So choose the right steps on your map and make sure that you prepare for when something that is unpleasant comes along. It can be something unpleasant, or it can be simply that is too hard, or it can be that is too boring. So we're not just gonna have the what, the where, the map. We're gonna know exactly the terrain in which we are gonna walk. These things are so important. They are all analogies, but they are so important. We know deep down what is going to happen when it's minus 25 outside and we don't want to go for a walk. And we have decided maybe in spring I'm going to walk 5K a day. Push yourself. Push yourself as far as you know you can. Because after you push yourself, the mental reward for having done something you didn't want to is one of the most fundamental systems of our brain that I discuss in another video, that is the norepinephrine acetylcholine dopamine circuit, in which if you every time you break through a pattern of procrastination, your brain detects that as you changing from not wanting to progress to wanting to be your best and wanting to make an effort. You go from this is me, I'm lazy, or I can't, I'm weak, I am all that noise, that naysayer is inside us, and the only way to shut it out is by putting the work and making that effort. Then once you have your goal, your motivation behind it, the real reason that is going to, it's like the fuel in the motor, right? What are you gonna, what is it? What is that gives you the energy, the stamina, the will to go for it? That is the most important. You can have the map, you can have the what, but if you don't have a real reason that is born from your heart, then you have nothing. The most important is your why, always. Because if you have a good why, nothing can come on the way and nothing can move you from achieving it. So I hope that this video help you a little bit to understand the process of achieving goals, no matter what these are, and no matter what age you are. And the older, the better. I guarantee you that. Sorry, this went way farther than I wanted to go. So thank you so much. I hope you stayed and you watched, and we're gonna talk later. Bye bye.